Hello there everybody, Rosanna here. Welcome to the Rosy Glow channel. It is so lovely to be with you ahead of this new moon. Welcome to those of you who haven't met me yet, and welcome back to those of you who already have. I'm very much looking forward to an awesome co-creation meditation with you. And if you are here, please say hello. I'd love to know who's with me. I'm actually going to start pretty quickly. Welcome everybody, with a little cacao toast. And I'm literally going to do a very short little preamble. Hello, my spiritual pursuits. Who's that? Irina, welcome. So a quick little preamble on what actually is going on at the moment, because it is so exciting. We've been preparing for it for so long, and then we're going to go into a really beautiful meditation. So one of the key things to bear in mind. Oh, Danny, hey Zoe, lovely. Yeah, I'm always going to have you in my head as Zoe. So let's just connect first of all to the idea that we have had a very powerful preamble to this particular new moon. And what really excites me about this is that we have Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, is also the ruler of Sagittarius. So where we're being guided to go now is to join the leap of faith timeline. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. So let's have a little moment to connect with the cacao. And if you're not drinking cacao, then please remember that you can tap into the spirit of the cacao diva, even just by bringing your hands to your heart, because those of us who are drinking it are transmitters of this frequency. And if you've got crystals that you want to energize with the vibration that we're going to be working with, we are really moving into a unified consciousness vibration here. And this is for the good of all, the highest good of all. I always talk about the highest good of all. And for anyone who doesn't know what Rosy Glow is, I describe it as the soft pink flame. So it has a vibrationary color of soft pink, which is the frequency of divine grace as the power of revelation. And if you think of revelation as an aha moment or a spiritual epiphany, it's a moment where something's revealed, where something you haven't been able to see before, you can see clearly. And that therefore allows you to let go easily of stories that no longer serve you and beliefs that are limiting, so that you can then step into receiving the gifts that have always been there for you. And that's the vibrationary shift. Okay, so this is what we connect to every time we come together for the new moon and the full moon meditations. And we're doing this for our highest good. We're putting our own oxygen masks on, and then we're supporting all of humanity and all sentient beings in this universe. That's the intention, to raise to the highest vibration they possibly can. And you will fly high with this, okay? Like cacao and the meditations are brilliant for supporting a shift in your vibration. But something that's very important to remember is all that is in resistance to that higher vibration will come up after you've set a higher vibration intention. So having tools to work with the stuff that comes up is what all of my coaching work is about. So if you haven't come across it yet, then please head over to rosyglow.com, like my Facebook page, head on over to Instagram. And actually, I've got room for more friends on my Rosanna Kelly Betsource Facebook page. So please come and be one of my friends. And I talk a lot more about all these other things that I do in the coaching work. Let's get on with the cacao toast. So sitting nice and tall and taking a moment to close your eyes. If you're drinking cacao, bring that cacao up to your heart. And if you're not, then just allow yourself to bring your hands to your heart. And remember that your heart is the home of the divine spark that is your spiritual essence. So we'll awaken that divine spark tonight together. And don't be surprised if for you it's a different gem to me. Like I see diamonds, but you may see rubies, you may see emeralds, you may see all sorts of beautiful different gems that represent your essence at this time, and they can change. So imagine a huge sphere of compassion around you, and make that sphere as big as you possibly can imagine, because with Jupiter being expansive, we want to expand our comfort zone as much as we possibly can. And then allow yourself, as you connect to your heart center, to welcome a smile from your heart. And as that smile finds you and you find it, it's as though you turn the lights on, and this golden light starts to shine and glow from your heart center. And it is in this beautiful golden love and light that we welcome the energy of the Cacao Diva as the spirit of love, as the spirit of pure harmony, and pure balance through compassion that allows for all that is wanted to be seen, that allows for us to see what most needs to be seen in order to go where we need to go, to receive the experiences we seek. So there is a receiving and a giving at the same time, and you can imagine a light fall of golden love and light just moving down from above, from our sun, down and around you. And at the same time, it's rising up from the earth, up and through you. And in your heart, it is both being given and received. And this is the flow of the divine cosmic mama. This is the flow of the cacao diva. She is everything. And so as we welcome her into this beautiful time that we spend together, we ask that we receive the divine insights we most need in order to be able to have the breakthroughs that we seek. So to let the old stories behind, to let them go, that are most needed to be let go of, so we can take a quantum leap out of the past into the future we want to experience by jumping as high as we possibly can now. And so allow the flow of this golden love and light to create a golden egg around you. And it's within your sphere. But it is a space of alchemy, of transformation. And within this, I invite divine delight, the frequency of divine delight, into your energy field, our energy field. And also the frequency of sovereignty, of no longer having ties, attachments to that which binds us. Being a seed floating in the universe, guided entirely by love. And also the frequency of divine grace that just allows us to let go easily of the old stories, as we've said, that then allow the platinum and the golden frequencies to come in. And this is the divine feminine and divine masculine at work, bringing the abundance, the prosperity, the flow that we so seek in our lives, the gifts that we desire, love, money, health, opportunities to shine. And let yourself receive and be received. Once you feel as though you've awakened this heart of yours and you connected to our hearts, the divine human heart grid that connects all of us in our consciousness. Slowly bow your head to your lovely heart and gently open your eyes and come back. Welcome. So you can gently bring yourself back. That was just to anchor us in a little bit because the energies have been really up and down, so up and down. I was talking about this in my yoga classes on Thursday, but basically we haven't got the new moon actually until Tuesday. That's when the new moon is born, but we are in the new moon portal at the moment. And the co-creation meditations that I do are based on working with the sphere of compassion. And I learned this technique through my amazing teacher, Susanna Kennedy, who is endorsed by Dr. Bruce Lipton. And, you know, do check her out because she is phenomenal. But I kind of interpret her interpretations. And I also really, really love Alina Ash and Magenta Pixie. So if you find that you hear some overlaps occasionally, there's very much a frequency that connects us all. But what is important that I've been sensing is that in the interim, so nearly 6 months ago, when we were in July, and we were facing the eclipse season, there was a portal that was being prepared and completed. And that portal is when we line up with the Lion's Gate in August, and then when we line up now, as we just had 11/11 with the Galactic Center, we get this sense of what it's like to actually be streaming the highest vibration of source consciousness possible, which means we get to feel what it's like to be our God selves. And the invitation with this new moon co-creation meditation, this new moon in Sagittarius, is for us to leap fully onto the timeline that is our divine human timeline. Now, I've been talking about it forever, I know, but there are stages of this. And when we come into the next full moon, which will be in Gemini, oh my, there's going to be a real awareness of all the different dissident voices within us that need to be brought into balance and harmony. So here's something that's really sweet to get us going. As you're drinking your cacao, Jupiter is said to have overthrown Saturn. So Saturn was the lord over the god of the gods, right? And he was the ruler of all the gods, but he was overturned by Jupiter. And Jupiter overturned him. If you think in terms of Jupiter being the most expansive planet, and you think about Saturn in terms of being a planet that instills limitations, like it's like the father of time and boundary and limitation, and you can't do it this way, you have to do it this way. And there's this sense of confinement, which if you think about it, that's how you grow, you know, a diamond is pressured into its preciousness, right? But there are other ways to go. So you contract Saturnian, you expand Jupiterian, right? And the way that I saw this expansion beyond limitation was really what Jupiter's come to give us, which is as we align now, before we have the new moon on Tuesday, we've got this alignment going on with our galactic center, the center of the Milky Way, which is the central sun for us, for want of a better word. And there are centers within centers within centers, which is why when we command axiotonal alignments, we are bringing in ourselves into full harmony, because we are multi-dimensional beings. And there can be bits of us that are aligned and other bits that are all over the place. So when we do these meditations, it's to bring more and more alignment to all aspects of our being with the intention of aligning with the highest intentions that we have. So what happens with this, in this beautiful opportunity to leap into a more expanded state, the way that we overcome the limitations in our lives, space, time, money, love, whatever it is by no longer seeing that when we grow beyond our comfort zone, we are abandoning our history, abandoning our past, abandoning that which has served us in the past but no longer does. We are simply expanding beyond it. And this is what I wanted to invite you to come to see. In a world where all of the media is like creating a fight, you know, whatever you see out there, there is a dissident. There are people that passionately care for change, but they're still against something. And whilst we are against things, we are still in duality consciousness. If we really want to evolve into our God selves, into being divine humans walking this earth, then we need to be able to expand beyond our limited thinking. We need to be able to expand beyond the confines of our mind. We need to be able to expand beyond the this or that and become more all-inclusive. And this is how we become one unified humanity. This is not about a totalitarian state. This is not about an Orwellian future, which, God help us, the way things are going, if you don't open your eyes, you can see it's happening all over us. But we get to choose whether we are slaves to the grid or whether we expand beyond the enslavement grid. And we've already done that. So if you ever follow my teacher's work, you'll know she talks about this. And what we're going to be doing today is expanding beyond the limitations that have been coming up for us since the last new moon in Scorpio and since we had the full moon in Taurus. That was basically saying, let yourself feel as good as you possibly can be, because after you set that vibration point, leading up to now, which is the new moon, so the last 2 weeks that have passed, you're going to have the stuff coming up for you that isn't able to match you in this high vibration. So this is the stuff that you're going to need to love up at the next co-creation meditation. And that's what we're doing now. So what I've personally noticed, I've had to really look at where I still go into judgment, to move beyond judgment of myself and others, and to see just how frequently the old story has wanted to come in, and where there have been these blocks that it seemed like it doesn't matter what how hard I try, I can't get past. I will always say to you, the answer is take a step back and take a step up. Okay, because if you take a step back from the intensity of the situation, you will then be able to ask the question that will allow you to take the elevator up to an expanded perception. Okay, and when you do that, that's when you get to see how everything is related. And that's how cacao helps us, that's how crystals help us, that's how meditation helps us. And remember, those of you who are doers like me, that it's the space between the thoughts. It's the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. It's the space between the doing and the not doing that the magic is. And if you allow yourself just to slow down enough, that you're not operating on that autopilot Ferris wheel, you shake out all of the desire to move until you are ready to just rest for a minute. That's where your reset point will be. And I definitely have found in my morning practice lately that I've needed to jump up and down, literally do a little bit of aerobic activity, jumping jacks, you know, crossing my knees, whatever, just to get my energy going before I can really settle. Otherwise, I'm restless. So if you are like that, there's a surge of energy coming through. We've got solar storms going on at the moment. You've got to earth that energy, otherwise you end up feeling like a live wire. Okay, so that's just some of the preamble. So we've got a mass story detox. So for us to move beyond duality consciousness, thanks for letting me know, Danny, not Zoe. What has been going on is, it's like, whether it's about vaccines, whether it's about, there's been so many things going on, veganism, whatever it's been about, that there's this kind of sense of, this is the way we should be. We shouldn't be like this anymore. We're still creating some kind of conflict, and getting people riled, I have seen, it seems like it's the order of the day at the moment. So here's the mudra that will allow you to expand beyond Saturn. This is the mudra that will get you into the space beyond limitation. It's so simple. Oh my goodness. This, and especially if you do it with a clap, because the clap is neutralizing where you were. So when you find yourself all at odds, when you want to pick a fight with someone, or when you are questioning whether your motivations are pure, or whether you are caught between doing one thing and doing the other, or whether you find yourself stuck in a loop of an old story that you're letting go of, all you have to do is go, stop. Choose the vibration that you want. How do you want to feel? Divine delight, divine joy, divine peace? You choose. And then when your hands are pressing together like this, and you're pressing your knuckle pads against your chest, as you feel this new vibration, get everything within you and around you to align with it. And then you say, I am that. I am. And you do it with your breath. So as you breathe out, you claim it, as though you're going, that, I am that. And then you breathe it back in, I am. And that's how you'll start to create it from within around you, rather than looking outside to help find the answers. Okay, so the beauty of the galactic center, so that we know a little bit more, this is the cosmic womb. Okay, and the cosmic womb is basically, it's where all of creation comes from, right? So the cosmic womb is the deep, dark space of non-judgment. It's the space where we're allowed to desire things without having to go through a filter of whether those things that we desire are good or bad. So allow yourself to want what you want, and then seek through evolving your consciousness, through invoking your I am presence, to evolve that desire to its highest version, to its most exalted form. And if you always intend the win-win-win and the highest good of all, whatever it is you desire will be transmuted into the highest expression of it. And this is how we evolve our sort of limited ego-based desires, which are just about wanting to control things or wanting something outside of us to make us feel good temporarily, into a sustainable desire for growth. And if we each align with our divine design timeline, oh my goodness, we are so powerful, because then we co-create the reality around us through vibration. And this is why there is so much dissidence around, and why the mainstream media channels are seeking so hard to get us into a state of challenge, into a state where we are not unified. So for the collective, for the greatest good of everybody that you know and you love, and everyone you don't know and you don't love, please allow yourself to expand beyond the idea that we need to suffer and we need to fight and we need to do things the way we've always done them. Okay, and that's how we'll step beyond. So I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to take us into the meditation. I hope you've drunk your cacao. And if you've got your crystals nearby, we're going to take a lovely cleanse and then go into the meditation. Now, with the meditation, I'm going to ask you please to remember that whatever gets you to the place of feeling most wonderful is what you want to connect to, okay? Behind me, you'll see this huge crystal here, and this is the divine blueprint. This is a huge piece of celestite that has a whole story to it. I'll tell you about another time. But basically, it constantly feeds to me like a vibration of think the highest thoughts you can. Imagine things the best way you possibly can. Don't go into the gloom, because in envisaging that, I wonder how, or how would you put it? It's just say, okay, what good can come from this situation? How can this be the best thing that's ever happened to me? Oh, I wonder what good will come of this, and what delights await me today? And you start to think like that. You start to pose those questions before you even leave your bedroom, and all sorts of wonderful things can happen. So welcome to my bedroom. Let's do this. All right. So welcoming this the Sagittarian, Jupiterian energy of adventure to take us into the December festive fun, and to remember that we can shine through the darkness and be an embodiment of light for others. Let us begin. Rubbing your hands together. Having a little shake. Bringing your hands to your heart center. We'll invoke our I Am presence. And then we'll cleanse the crystals and we'll go into the co-creation. So when you're ready, taking a moment to focus on your chest rising and falling with your breath. As you inhale, you feel the expansion. And as you exhale, you can even pull up your pelvic floor, pull your lower belly in, squeeze your insides, making yourself fully present in the now. Inhale, relax the pelvic floor, breathe into the belly and into the chest. And as you breathe out, pull up the pelvic floor, pull the lower belly in, pull everything in and up. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then please, remembering that divine spark within your heart, we'll awaken it now with the following words. Repeat after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am unity consciousness. I am source consciousness. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am creator. I am free. I am divine flow. I am divine prosperity. I am divine desire. I am divine delight. I am co-creating my personal paradise in alignment with the highest good of all. I am divine grace and ease. I am the win-win-win in everything. I am that I am. Beautiful. So let yourself release your hands from your heart and then place them above your crystals, or hold your crystal if you've got one. And on your behalf, I cleanse these crystals to renew their power so that they may bring peace and harmony and benefit humankind. I command that all lower frequency vibrations be taken from these crystals to where they can be transmuted into the purest vibrations of love and light, so that only the purest vibrations of love and light exist within these crystals for the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it shall be. And I call in our guardians, our guides, our teachers of the purest vibrations of love and light, our star family, our soul family, the mineral kingdom, the elementals, all beings that are supportive, benevolent, and aligned with Earth's ascension timeline. You are welcome into this space, into this vibrational space with us, to help co-create our personal paradise and the paradise planet that this is meant to be. And so it is, and so it shall be. So relaxing your pelvic floor now and imagining you're growing roots deep into the earth. I'd like you to imagine that you're sending your energy around the planet, connecting to the crystalline grid that is connecting all other awakening star seeds to each other and to us right now. And as we make that connection, remember the golden light that's emanating from your heart, flowing down through your body around the planet, into the heart of our planet, and then back up through our bodies, out through the crown of the head, and also out from our hearts into our spheres. So you may see this as golden, shimmering stardust. That's how I see it. You might see it some other way. There's no wrong way. Now allow yourself to connect up to the sun. So imagining your own awareness moving up and out through the crown of your head, bearing in mind you've anchored deep down into the earth and around the earth. Now moving up in your awareness through your soul chakra and up through our solar chakra, so through our sun. Up through our galactic chakra, so we're really moving into an awareness of the alignment that we have our solar sun with the galactic sun. You may need to move yourself a little bit just so you can feel that alignment. And it's like we are creating this beautiful unified field which connects us all the way up through infinity and all the way down through infinity to the purest vibrations of love that exist within the multiverse. And remembering this is a new moon co-creation meditation. And we are commanding the intention, the alignment, the courage to be able to take leaps of faith, to already be the version of us that has taken the leaps of faith we wish to take, to have moved beyond the limitations that have been our story for so long. I just want you to get a sense now of the you that has already got whatever successes you want to be able to speak of, the you that has already achieved the things that you strive towards. Let yourself grow into that feeling vibration. Allow yourself to look in the mirror in your mind's eye and see what you want to see. See the vibrant health. See the physical being that you feel represents you as you wish to be. See yourself already living the life and the lifestyle that you want to live. Having the quality relationships that you want to experience. Seeing the bank balance that you want to have. And allowing yourself to feel the love that you so long to experience. Take yourself over the bridge from longing to having. And in particular, allow yourself to experience what it's like to have the confidence of the version of you who's already mastered what you are intending to master, what you are striving to master. And allow yourself to also get a sense of the you that has evolved beyond duality, has evolved beyond judgment, has evolved beyond the need to fight for change. Because this version of you knows you are the change. You are the vibration. You don't need to fight for it. You are it. And as you start to feel this avatar, for want of a better word, this divine human avatar version of yourself, create now a sphere in front of your face. So if you're new to these spheres of compassion, you can just imagine you're surrounded by a big sphere of love. But if you were to look at it in detail, you'd see that the walls of the sphere are made of trillions of little spheres that all spin on their own axis. So they're concentric spheres, one within another within another. They're infinite, they're everywhere. And they represent the multidimensional nature we each are in our existence. This is why we have to use the Jupiterian energy to expand beyond limitation. Because we are everything, and everything is us. So take a moment to know that that sphere around you is always spinning those spheres within the walls of the sphere to the frequency of compassion. And you can create a replica of that sphere in front of your face now. And as you do that, imagine now the new moon tipping herself so that she's pouring this Sagittarian transformational fire energy, lunar energy through the crown of your head that's full of the Jupiter codes, the Sagittarian and Jupiter codes. That as you allow the energy to flow down through you, it's like you're being quenched from within. And as this new moon energy moves down through your body into your earth chakra, and actually straight into the heart of Mother Earth, it feeds the bones of the planet and it feeds your own bones. It allows you to now release from you the resistance to seeing your power, the resistance to seeing how you can co-create, how you can achieve the things you want. And as it allows you to release the resistance, it also within you activates the power to be a magnet for that which you desire. So, as we grow and expand, and as I'm talking, remember you're releasing into the sphere. As we grow and expand, we get to a point that we really have everything we could possibly want. And there really is only one other thing to do, and that's to show others how to also have what they want. To teach them in the ways we know how, that have helped us the most. To move them out of limitation. That's the beauty of service to others, which is what we're all involved in our consciousness. Through meeting our own needs, through mastering this path of co-creation, we get to a point that we have everything we need. We've ticked all the boxes. And then we show others how to do it. So I want to get you through this meditation to connect with the you that's already ticked all the boxes. So as that new moon energy is pouring itself into you, just allow your consciousness to expand so much. Your sphere that is around you, not the one that you're releasing into, but the one that's around you, it's so big that it can hold within it all that you've ever known, all that you've ever thought, all that you've ever believed, all that you've ever felt, all that you've ever inherited, all that you've ever feared, all that you've ever desired, all that you've ever known yourself to be, and then some. That's how big your sphere is expanding right now. And go on, let that expansion create the pressure valve release within you. That allows you to purge from your breath, from your mouth, into the sphere in front of you, all that resists you being your most magnificent, empowered, authentic, free, and fearless version of you. All that prevents you being the divine human that you truly are. Well done. So the sphere spins faster and faster, and it spins in front of you to act like a vacuum. So now, just to support this transmutation, we're going to bring down the frequency of infinite love, which is a pure, clear frequency of love and light. It's like clear quartz. And as it moves through us, it moves into the earth and then out from our hearts into the sphere. And it neutralizes all of the energy, the density in the sphere that you've just let go of. It neutralizes it to pure source energy, divine, raw, creative potential energy. And so you end up with a crystal ball. And into that refined, infinite, pure love light, now bring down the frequency of divine delight. How would you like to feel being delighted all day, every day? Just let yourself bring it down. Now, I see this as a fuchsia, but you might see it as another color. Just bring down divine delight. And you say, I am divine delight. I am divine delight. I am divine delight. And I want to invite you just to welcome the idea that as we expand, as we grow, we learn to embrace fear. When we feel it, we know that something is shifting, because we know we would only ever feel fear if we were in true and immediate danger. That's why we get the fear response. So if that's not the truth and we're not in true and immediate danger, then we know we're feeling fear. It's being triggered because we're about to move beyond that which we know. And this is how you turn anxiety into excitement. You see it as the biofeedback that says, I'm about to move beyond that which I know. And I have the tools to deal with it, which is why we invite divine delight in. So we can be delighted by change, delighted by the new, delighted by the unexpected, delighted by what we knew was going to happen, what we didn't know was going to happen. Delighted by the choices we make. Delighted by the apparent ways we mess up because we learn from them. Just let yourself receive delight. Give it to the heart of our planet. Let us be delighted by how we move beyond all of the party politics, all of the them against us, all of the fear-mongering that exists, into a space where truth truly is upholded, where transparency is valued, where bringing things to light is welcomed, where there is no shame in admitting fault or insecurity or doubt. Let all parts of you be welcome. And now we bring down the emerald green flame. There is the flame of sovereign love light. This allows us to strengthen our physical and energetic boundaries so that we do not mistake the thoughts and feelings and opinions of others as our own. That we can willingly take the best and leave the rest from our ancestral inheritance. So let it move through you into the earth, around the earth and back up, through your body into the sphere in front of you. We've got fuchsia and emerald green. And I'm going to ask you in a moment to step into this sphere. Remember that the new moon energy brought all of the codes in necessary to awaken within us the shift that we wanted. So We're going to step into the sphere that is in front of us. I'm going to ask you to create a golden bridge with your heart's intention from your heart into the sphere in front of you. And it will expand now to become as big as the huge sphere that's around you anyway. And so as you step into it, absorb the fuchsia, absorb the emerald green, and notice how your outlines start to be influenced. So you have a core line that runs through from our galactic center all the way to the center of the earth, through our sun, through your body. This may be fuchsia, it may be emerald green, it may even be the clear quartz love light or the gold that you saw earlier. And just allow that to feel strong and expand your consciousness to the outline of your physical body. And again, notice the color that the outline of your physical body wants to be, of the colors we've worked with. We've got the platinum flame coming in as well. So if this is all new to you, don't worry. The colors come in at different speeds, but the platinum flame is the divine feminine. So this is coming directly from the cosmic womb. And it is wanting to strengthen the outline of our physical body. So just allow it to do that. The emerald and the fuchsia will be existing within the physical outline. And then take your awareness beyond your physical body to now become aware of your light body, which may be a star, a six-pointed star, it may be a diamond. And again, notice the color. Platinum's come up again for me. Might be fuchsia for you, it might be emerald, might be gold, it might be white light, or yeah, those are the ones. And then become aware of reinforcing the outline of your huge sphere of compassion. You may want to do it with your head and your nose, just to be aware of the physical connection. And then settle your attention on your heart. So bring your hands to your heart again. Know these colors are doing something, even if you can't see them, even if you can't feel them. And I am commanding on all of our behalf an axiotonal alignment with this divine human version of ourselves, with this highest vibration, grounded highest vibration of ourselves. And I am commanding that we are each a magnet for our highest good, with a win-win-win in everything. And that we remember in an instant how to meet the energy that is apparently in conflict to our intentions. When it comes up and it seems as though there's a backlash to what we want, it's just requiring a sphere of compassion to be breathed into it. So you create a sphere, you breathe the resistance out into the sphere, all of the stories, I'm not good enough, I'll fail, there's no point, all of that stuff. You breathe it into the sphere and you breathe the fear of being annihilated into a sphere, of being ostracized, of being ridiculed, of whatever comes up for you when you decide to step beyond that which you know. So as you hold your heart now, create another sphere in front of your face and just breathe into it all of the yuck that may come up after this meditation, after all that you set into motion. Instead of fearing that something is going to come up and bite you and attack you, we're going to love it up straight away with divine delight, so that you'll be delighted by how your resistance gets loved up and shows up in your life. You'll enjoy it. It'll be funny. You'll be able to laugh at yourself. There's nothing to fear. So let that yuck into the little sphere in front of you. Breathe divine delight into it. And then breathe so much divine delight into it that it bursts like a bubble bursting, a bubble of illusion bursting. Good. And take that energy into your field. All right, so now just imagining each and every one of us, you take that step back, out of all of the intensity, you take a step up. Suddenly, if you were looking down on the world now, you'd see all of these bubbles of fuchsia and emerald green and gold and platinum, love and light, all around the world, all around the universe. So be the observer as well as the one that's right in it all. Allow yourself to enjoy this process. And every time you encounter fear now, know that you are taking a leap. You are connecting to this Sagittarian energy, fire horseman, the ability to take a leap into a portal, into a new world, and to desire the excitement more than the fear of change keeping you the same. That the excitement desire you have, the desire for what's new, is so much bigger than the desire to stay the same, the fear of change. And feeling our connection to each other, feeling our star family and our soul families uniting. I invite you now to drop an anchor from your heart into the center of the earth through your earth chakra. And just see yourself anchored in the new earth paradigm, that co-creating your reality is a joy and a delight to participate in. Every day, more and more synchronicities occur because you've allowed your subconscious to purge that which is in resistance. So it creates the synchronicities to say, I'm listening, I'm here, we're doing this. Focus on what you want, say yes to what you want. Every time you see it, say yes. Point at it, say yes. That's it, we've all got it. So we energetically hold our hands with each other. We intend that as our vibration shifts, so does the vibration of everyone else we know, in alignment with the highest good of all. And then please repeat after me. I command this process continues until completion. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle. Integration. Manifestation. And full expression. In my physical reality and in all relevant dimensions of my being, in all space and time. And so it is, and so it shall be. Slowly breathe yourself back. And by that I mean become aware of the soles of your feet, become aware of your pelvic floor, breathe in through your lower body. Take deep, wide, beautiful breaths, bring yourself back. Hey Cara, good to see you too. Wow. Okay, so that fuchsia's pretty bright. What I will say to you all as you're coming back is make sure you drink lots of water. Can I try a challenge? What challenge have you got in mind, Cara? Do let me know. What I would say with all of this is that, as I've said to you in the past, do not fear the process of things, the backlash coming up if it comes up. Meet it with these frequencies, okay? And basically, just bring yourself into a place where you keep, every time you find resistance coming up, just breathe love into it, okay? Just meet it with love. You're meeting yourself with love. You are everyone you love and everyone you hate. We all are. Anything that you feel is against you is a part of you. It's a you that needs to be acknowledged and brought love to, okay? So remember that these meditations give you a sense of how you can expand and how you can ground into that expansion. But what you can't do is just be in that vibration without then doing the spring cleaning that allows you to make sure that you can stay in that vibration for sustainable periods of time. Okay, so if you set a vibration, which we've just done, what's not in alignment with it will start to come to the surface. All you have to do is meet it with love. That means don't judge it. Breathe one of these colors into it. Whenever you see it, whatever happens in your life, if it's not what you've said you want, then shift your focus away from it, okay? You're so welcome, so welcome, Irina. And then basically from this point, if you allow yourself to know that you want the vibration to stay, and you haven't already tried the deep diving tools that I offer through my coaching, please do check out the one-to-one and the group coaching work that I offer, because that's how you make this stick. This is how you become the commander of your co-creations, where you get to live in a vibration that whatever's going on in your life, you can navigate back to the divine center. You can navigate back to the highest good of all and the win-win-win. And that's even in the most challenging circumstances, okay? So all of that comes from doing what we call the subconscious reprogramming, the detox and the subconscious reprogramming. What you do with me in these meditations is you get a sense of just how amazing it can be. And this on its own will do wonders. But if you really want it to stick and to become masterful at it, remember to check the other work out that I do. I've got one space left in my current Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me program, which is starting on the 11th of December. So if you'd like to take part, please book your breakthrough call ASAP. And what else was I going to say? If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, and hit the all notifications so you know when I do the live streams like this one. To be fair, next new moon and full moon meditation I'm planning to pre-record. This is possibly the last one that I'm doing live, but we're going to put music in the background. It's all going to be more professional because I've got this wonderful new person in my life called Augustine, who is going to be helping me to really get this channel flowing. So for now, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to wish you an absolutely magnificent new moon. Use this meditation in the coming days because it will help you to really harness the energy that is available to us as a result of this alignment that's going on. We get more and more downloads so that we can truly, be the way showers. And if we keep consistently having amazing results, people end up going, what has that person got? I want some of that. And that's what we do. We shine brightly and others do the same. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you too. Cara, I tell you what, send me a private message and I'll have a go at what you're saying, okay? Take care, everybody. Lots of love to you. Bye.